Good morning, everyone. 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock on your Saturday morning. We start with tragic breaking news out of downtown Indy. IMPD telling us that 7 people were shot and 2 have died in a shooting just a few hours ago. Police Chief Chris Bailey went straight to the scene near Washington and Illinois, and the chief did not mince words in a press conference just before 4 this morning. Take a listen.
I don't know how many times I have to say it. We are not your children's keepers. You are.
Police chief is finally telling the truth. Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms, your NRA certification of multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below if you like channel, like content. What I do, you can support me in the link. Everything's appreciated. Online store is open. You can take advantage. Use CGB20. We'll get you 20% off, free shipping. Connecticut residents, you got to pay the sales tax. But CGB20 will get you 20% off. Take advantage while you can. Well, let's talk about this. And this is a twofold story. One happened in Indianapolis, another one in Santa Fe. But what happened in Indianapolis after the 4th of July fireworks display, as Mr. Brandon Johnson in Chicago likes to say, a large gathering of teens going well into the early hours of the morning. It devolved into a shooting. And the police chief there finally told the truth.
Chris Bailey, Chief of Police for the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department. I'll just add on a little bit to what she said about our thoughts and prayers for the victims here tonight, their families, and the long road ahead for all of them as we try to uncover exactly what and why this all happened tonight. This kind of violence, whether downtown or any of our neighborhoods, is completely unacceptable and unnecessary. Unnecessary. Thousands of people came downtown tonight, enjoyed the fireworks, and went home. Thousands more chose to come down here and all night cause trouble. I was down here until about 12:30 tonight. I worked with my officers, took the runs with them, dealt with the disturbances, dealt with the utter disrespect for our city, for our laws, and for law enforcement. Hundreds of unsupervised kids down here. I don't know how many times I have to say it. We are not your children's keepers. You are. And parents and guardians have got to step up. A kid is dead tonight. And we just don't know the age of the young man down the street, still here, dead. He looks young. It's unacceptable. The police department all night long went from place to place to place, trying to prevent these kind of things. And I gotta be honest, I'm tired of it. You should be tired of it. This is not our job to do this. It is unnecessary. You don't have to act like this. Our officers, half a block away from before this shooting started, dealing with another group of individuals fighting. We made almost, probably, well, we're still tallying them, about 20 arrests tonight. Recovered guns that I know of before this happened, from 2 kids. One of them was an assault rifle stuffed in the front of his pants. I'm not sure anymore what it's going to take for some in our community to wake up. I've said it. This is where the kids are. This is where they are on Friday and Saturday nights. If you want to engage them, if you want to help them, you want to prevent some of this violence, this is where they are. Here, they're here. Come down. I invite all of those who think that I'm exaggerating this or that I'm saying just because it's downtown. No, nowhere else in the city is this concentration of people in one small area, less than a half a mile. Come down and see for yourself. You don't have to take my word for it. You can see them being dropped off by their parents, 5 or 6 at a time out of the car. You can see them jump out of Ubers and Lyfts. And you can see them jumping off the buses that they ride down, that they miss and then linger around downtown. Heck, look to your left. You're still going to see some people that probably shouldn't be out here right now, lingering. Not going to bars, not going to restaurants, didn't come down here to see the fireworks, shooting fireworks off at our community from the top of parking garages. Unnecessary. Any questions?
This all begins at home. Now we got these kids roaming the streets at god hours in the morning. 16, 15, 14, 13, even going down to 11. Roaming the streets early in the morning with guns, which is illegal. They tell you these people are just not serious about solving this issue. And you can hear the frustration on the part of the police chief. He is telling you, this is not our issue. This is not for us to deal with. This is the parent or the guardian. But the parent and the guardian, I guarantee you, in most of these cases, is just as much of a degenerate as the child. This is where they get it from, this behavior. You think about when you were that age. Were you roaming the streets at 2, 3 in the morning? If you were, I got some questions for you. My ass was in bed at 9, period. Even if I didn't want to go to bed, I was in bed. Why? Because my parents weren't going to let me stay up. But here these people are out roaming around, causing all kinds of issues and devolving into fights that turn into gunfire. Now, these people have been caught who are involved in this.
4 teenagers are now facing various charges and allegations following that deadly downtown mass shooting Saturday morning. The Marion County prosecutor tells us 17-year-old Vincent Lanking is facing charges as an adult. He's accused of dangerous possession of a firearm, resisting law enforcement, and obstruction of justice. 3 other teens between the ages of 13 and 16 are all accused of various crimes. However, all 3 are accused of dangerous possession of a firearm. Now, that shooting is just one of several over the weekend across the city. At least 21 people were shot between Friday night and last night. 5 of them died.
And once again, their ages are in the same range. You just get so frustrated. I said this before, and I clearly said this. This is not a gun issue. This is a cultural issue that is an unfortunate impact on a specific demographic, which leads me into this next story. Santa Fe, New Mexico, Burger King. Group of teenagers in there causing trouble. People ask them to stop and they become violent.
It is a shocking crime made even more shocking by who police say is behind it. Santa Fe police arrest a group of teens for beating up a pregnant woman.
A trip to Burger King ending in violence and injury for Santa Fe family. Santa Fe police say on Wednesday morning, a group of 5 minors, ages 12 to 16, came into the Burger King and started causing trouble, one even pulling down his pants.
By initial appearances, looks like they were possibly under the influence of something.
After a father asked him to stop, one of the minors threw a cup of ice at him. Police say the pregnant mother then said something to the teens when 3 of them started kicking and beating her up before taking off and possibly dumping a gun that was on them nearby.
The youth is getting violent and a lot younger now. It used to be, we used to see this maybe with older kids closer to 17, but now it's a lot younger. We're seeing a lot of juvenile crime, starting when they're 11, 12 years old.
The group of 5 teens are now facing a list of charges, and 3 of them are already known to police, with a history of charges ranging from aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, to drugs and stealing cars, to making bomb threats on school grounds.
But here it is. Here it is again. Young teenagers, apparently according to police, were under the influence of something, with guns, out just causing trouble. I'm just so happy that while they were beating this pregnant woman, that one of them, being under the influence, didn't escalate and pull out a gun and shoot this woman. The lack of empathy for life is getting worse and worse and worse. It's not a gun problem, and they will never ever address it. It's never going to be addressed because I've said it before also, they need this chaos. They need this chaos because this chaos leads to the emotional fodder that they need to pass gun control. They have gun control. These teenagers are breaking so many laws already established on the books, both state and federal. What's going to happen to them when they finally catch up to them? What's going to happen to them? They're going to get a pat on the head, slap on the wrist, and sent right back out there. We have seen this over and over. We have seen teenagers kill people with their negligence and with their stupidity and walked. That's the issue. This is the problem. As much as this police chief, as you heard in the beginning, is frustrated, I am frustrated because the problem is looking us right in the eye and we refuse to do anything about it except call for more gun control. But I applaud this chief, even though he did kind of water it down a little bit when he got into another press conference.
We cannot do it alone. We're not going to accomplish our goal just by enforcement. And none of us want that. Earlier this summer, we launched a Know Before You Go campaign, trying to set clear boundaries from parents and guardians to their children, talk to their kids about what the curfew is, decide how often they would check in, pick the best ways to stay in touch, use technology to know where they are, know their friends and their friends' parents. We need our parents and guardians to speak up, to take charge, to be nosy. In some of those cases, I'm not so unaware that sometimes parents work and the kids are left to fend for themselves because they have to survive. I'm not aloof to that.
But in the end, he was correct in his first assessment. Why the hell are you letting your children run the streets? Why? I can't even fathom being 15, 16 years old running the streets with a gun. Different era. They came down on a Florida rep who said that black families were tighter under slavery than they are now. And people eviscerated him for it. Byron Donald. And they eviscerated him for it, but he was correct. He was absolutely correct. There was a mother and a father in the house, strict discipline. It's unfortunate that this is getting worse and worse and worse. And they've just refused to acknowledge it except to say, we need gun control. But I applaud this chief for just getting down to the nitty gritty and just saying what had to be said. We need more like him. We need more truth. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace.